I know this one probably doesn't rank high on the favorite list of games, but how does this one compare, I guess, after a back-to-back?
Had a great first period. Second period wasn't great, and tried to fight back in the third, but that's a good team. Can't take a period off. That's kind of what we did in the second. So, you can claw back, a couple goals down in the third, and hope for the best. But in order to win those games against teams like that, you got to play 460 for sure.
Was that more of a mental thing in the second, or was it, just this was a very physical, high energy, high momentum game?
Yeah, I mean, it's on us. They pushed, but we got to understand, game management, and we got to understand it's got to be a tough game to play against. It's winning battles, and I thought we got a little bit away from that, so it's kind of what it came down to.
Despite the loss, your line seemed to have a bit more jump tonight and a couple high danger scoring chances. Just how did you feel about your trio's performance?
Yeah, it was fine. Just got to find a way to score, and that's kind of all I got on that front.
You guys seemed to have a lot more energy, or at least provide a lot more energy to the team. Is that something that you guys have been talking about, or is that a goal going into this game, or is that just you guys playing your own game?
I guess it's when you're not scoring as a line, you try to figure out what to do. But for us, it's just simplifying, and we play together for a couple of years now, so it's kind of refining our identity, and that kind of comes with hard work. So we got to keep working at it.
Does the upcoming Christmas break provide an opportunity for you guys to kind of take a reset and head into the new year with a good mindset?
Yeah, it would have been nice going in with a win, but we'll take the 3 days off and kind of recoup and take it to our advantage and get some rest.
How good was Casey Smith today?
Yeah, it was good. He's hard. There weren't many holes on him. He was coming out, and there wasn't. There were some good chances on our end, but I still feel like traffic and making it a little harder on him would have been beneficial for us. But he's a good boy.
Do the divisional losses sting a little more, even if it's earlier in the season like this?
Excuse me. Yeah. We're neck and neck with these guys, so that's a game we really needed and wanted. So we got to learn and got to move on, and I think this team has a lot of upside, so we want to fulfill that, and I think in the New Year's we'll keep getting better and hopefully keep moving in the standings.
Where's the learning lesson here, especially with the back-to-back? I know that's not something you're focused on, but where's the learning lesson?
I think that second period's a learning lesson. Obviously, we knew coming into this game it's a 4-point game, division game. Obviously, those matchups are huge. I thought we did a great job in the first period. We were urgent, we were intense, we were on the ball, playing the right way, and you just can't afford those lapses against good teams, and that was what our second period was. It's going to be something we have to take as a learning experience right now. We're all pissed off about it and disappointed and frustrated in ourselves, and that's a big game, and sucks for it to go that way.
I know you're not probably focused on it at the moment, but your second goal in back-to-back games, it's also your 100 career points. Personal note for you. I mean, getting back in the groove of things, confidence, what does that do for you?
Yeah, I don't know. I think it all comes just playing a complete game, full game. Obviously, it's nice to produce and score and take pride in doing that, but at the same time, you want to be playing good hockey, and that's kind of been what I've been striving for this season. So, yeah, nice scoring back-to-back, but the bigger thing is playing the right way, and the biggest thing is stings this game and losing.
The second period lapse you talked about, just what causes that? Because I'm sure you guys are, saying the right things in the room beforehand.
I don't know. We're going to have to sit down and talk about it. I think we got to figure out what causes that. Obviously, it's all like a mental thing at the end of the day, and it's not like there's anything crazy, but the mentality we have to figure out, and I think kind of that whole game against Anaheim and that second period tonight is something that we need to dig in. Obviously, we have a couple of days off and think about it and figure it out and talk together.
This seems like the second time this year that you've personally scored in bunches. Is that like a confidence thing, or do you think it's just kind of happens to be when the puck goes in the net, like it's just happenstance, or what is it?
Yeah, I don't know, maybe coincidence. I think obviously you score and produce when you're playing well, and playing the right way, it all kind of comes full circle like that. So, yeah, I don't know, just coincidence.
Timeout with around 30 seconds left. Just what's said on the bench when you're, a goal within pushing to overtime?
Yeah, you obviously set up your plays. We have all the pre-scouts. We know what they do when they're 5 and 6. So we try to set up a set, and obviously it starts with the face-offs. It was a huge. Frustrated myself for not snapping those back. So that's where it all starts, and yeah, a better taste.
Bjugstad and Hayton both pointed to the second period as where they felt things fell apart. Did you kind of have the same take?
Yeah, I agree. I think we had I don't know if 12 or 15 or 8, I don't know, minutes part of the game where we were not aggressive enough defensively, which lead to them to possess the puck a whole lot, and we could not change from there and all of it. But I think we're successful when we are aggressive defensively, when we play with pace and we go through, we cut possession, and that lead to our own offense and lead to be able to have good change and having energy out there. So when we stop doing that, game turn around.
How big of a role did Casey DeSmith play in your guys' last night?
I don't know. It's a good question. I think our goalie was good too. I think it's a good question, but I did not think he was good. But like every initial goalie.
What do you think of the Bjugstad Mitchell line?
I think they had a really good first period. I think in the second they were a little bit like everybody else, and I think I tried to cut the bench in the third so they didn't have a lot of looks because I tried to do different stuff and put a little bit of speed and with cools, double shifting cools a little bit. So I think they did a good stuff in the first part of the game, no doubt.
How do you feel Cooley responded tonight?
He played well, I think. But he played. He didn't play a fantastic game, but he played hard. He worked hard. He tried to do the right thing. He was focused. I won't say he played an outstanding game because the ceiling for him is so high, but I like this game.
Do you think fatigue had anything to do with some of the lapses tonight, just with 3 and 4?
Nah, it's maybe, but I don't want to use that. So it will happen again. We'll have other tough stretch, other back-to-back, other 4 and 6, other traveling. So I think there's, when we played Dallas the first time, there was stuff to learn from it. I like what we carry on from that game. I think we got better from that game. And I think it's the same thing tonight. It's a veteran team on the other side who weathered the storm in the first period, started the second period, and instead to try to make an extra play, and just punt puck behind us and went to work and forcing us to defend consistently. And then they got us where they wanted us, and we didn't play particularly well in that. But I think it's all learned from it, and it's. I don't want to take the highlight of our team, how we played in the last 10, 12, 15 games. I think we played really well, and it's too bad because we just got 1 point out of possible 4 at home. It's not what we wanted for our fans, but at the same time, I think we're all aware of the schedule and everything happened. So proud of the effort of the guys, proud of the pushback we had, because we all talk about the second period, which is totally true and fair. But in the third period, we had a hell of a pushback, and the guys never quit, and they give their all, and they had that passion until the end. So that was great to see our team react that way.
Go ahead.
The team hasn't won a game here in regulation since November 12th. Do you think it's just coincidence, or do you think it's just pressure?
It's a good question. I probably need to think about it a little bit before answering that. But there's a desire from everybody to deliver for our fans, no doubt about it. Your question is, does that put a pressure on us? It's the NHL, it's pro sports. The pressure is part of it. So I don't think it's a pressure we put ourselves, certainly, but it's not an unfair pressure. It's a healthy one. We want to be at the level our fans expect.
Two kind of late game questions. One, what are you targeting in terms of time to get that extra skater on the ice when you're down a goal?
There's a bunch of metrics on that. We can debate that. We went around 2:30. The numbers, the metrics at between 2:30 and 3 minutes, but in that particular situation, we could second guess and say, okay, both team had a timeout. So, because the fact is, 2 minute 30, when you have to defend 2 minute 30, 3 minutes, you need more than 1 unit to defend. So that's get a scanning off the ice and stuff like that. So that, and Lindell and 23 or whatever, and that can help us, But with the 2 timeout, both teams kept the same unit. So could we have done it before? We can second guess that. It depends about the circumstance of the game. Depends about the energy level. Depends about number of timeout left and stuff like that. You never know if they will take their own timeout. That's the thing. You don't know, so it's a little bit of a poker game.
And then I ask him about the timeout in particular. What are you trying to drop when you call timeout 30 seconds left and you've got to face off? And
Just review the route. The plan is already in place. I think it's a pressure moment. You don't. I should not say you don't, but you rarely bring something new. It will happen, and the strategy, something arose during the game where you say, okay, there's that kind of a hole of that kind of opportunity, and okay, you can adjust strategy depending if you win or lose most of your face-off and stuff like that. But most of the time, those are play you already practice, you already prepared, you know what you do. You just review, making sure little detail bumps, routes for loose puck and stuff like that, and often it's for after, depending of their box and everything. Because when you do your prep before the game, you don't review all the 6-on example. Oh, Dallas played their 6-on-5, because at some point there's too many things to prepare. So we have a high pad with film behind the bench if need be to show, which we never did. We always have it, but we never really used it. Well, we can review some strategy on those timeouts.
How do you expect the guys to use the 3-day break? Like, are you going to assign them things to work on or think about, or is this just going to be take 3 days off and relax?
First, we're not allowed to. So if I was saying we're doing that, we'll be all in trouble. So we're not allowed to. It's a CBA day off, 3 days off. But having that said, we're playing on the 4th day. So those are professional. They will train. I hope they will take a good rest. I will assume the next 2 days they will take a good rest, but on the 26th they need to get going a little bit, but it's up to them.